We've started off the apprentices with making their flint-knapping tools. They've made copper boppers, and they've been given actual pressure flakers, and they're using copper first because what I like to do when I teach this is to have them use modern tools so that they get the theory and the practice and the muscle memory down of how to flint knap, and then they can progress to primitive. And when we start talking about using hammerstones, and we start talking about using antlers and things of that nature, they're a little bit more unforgiving. So if you make a mistake using those, it's harder to recover from that mistake using a primitive tool than it is to use a modern tool. So I like to say we go forward into the past.
Copper's really soft and dense, and as you hit it, as he's hitting it, and where he's hitting it against a support, as he's hitting it against the support, he's pushing the metal in and stretching it. But as you keep going around, I think it's going to keep hardening that area as you keep hitting it, and then that's pretty much it. What the wood's going to start forming to what you guys want along the line as well. But copper's pretty soft and you can move it around, but if you hit it too hard, it'll just dent in, you know, then you just got to push it back out.
And as you're doing the glancing blows with the hammer, those same glancing blows you're going to use that tool for when you're working with the rock. You're not just pounding the stone. You're just taking this glancing blow. Like if this was, let's say this was our platform, you know, we are just hitting the edge to take that flake off. So we've covered tools, we've covered the centerline theory and how to take flakes off. We look for our 90-degree or less angles on our platforms. We talk about strengthening our platforms and getting in and removing everything below the center line. We constantly look at our work and we're constantly rotating it and looking for our imaginary lines, what needs to be removed, what type of material needs to be removed. And now what we're doing, we're just taking flakes and we're doing pressure flaking mixed with a little bit of percussion. If they have a larger piece, they'll start with percussion to bring it down to the level of using a pressure flaker. If they have a small piece to begin with, they'll use a pressure flaker to complete the point. We want them to start to get into the habit of looking at their work, deciding where the point is going to be, where the base is going to be. And we've gone over different types of stone they have used, and there's a progression in the hardness of the chert that they have. Think you can put that on an arrow and kill something?
I think so.
That's how fast it is to make an arrowhead.
No.
Everybody thinks that they spent hours upon hours upon hours to make arrow. That would be known as more or less a uniface point, because I really haven't worked this and I just took a flake. I've got hundreds of those that I found in fields. Okay? It doesn't take a lot to kill a deer. Okay? You can kill a deer with that. That's what it's all about. It's making things out of what you have.